It's in the game. What's happening? What's happening? What's happening with y'all, man? What you mean nothing for me? Oh, shoot. Hold on. Wait a minute. What I did.
This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we join you from South Philly, close to 70,000 strong, packing Lincoln Financial Field, the home of the Eagles. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Seattle Seahawks and the Philadelphia Eagles. The veteran Jason Myers will get this one started. And off we go from the link. Here comes Will Shipley on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. First carry for Saquon Barkley. And that play gets nothing. So no gain on the game's first snap.
This defense wanted to come out early in this game and take the fight to the offense. And boy, did they ever set the tone on the very first play, keeping that carry to no gain.
Second and 10. He'll stay on the ground with Barkley. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6. It sets up third down.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up third and 3.
A shotgun snap now to Hurts. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. He's going to have the first down. So they convert on third down with a pickup of 9.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on third down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him. Tyrese Knight. He gets into drop in. It's a loss of 8.
And these are the type of splash plays that can have an impact, especially as the game goes on. So offensive line has to do a better job to make sure that they have this protection shored up and that this isn't a sign of things to come.
To throw on second down is Hurts. He'll get this complete. That's A.J. Brown. That helps. It's going to be a much more manageable third down, getting some good yardage on that second down play.
So think back to earlier in the week, Mike, and they told us they want to get him going here early and often. So I'd expect plenty of passes to head his way as this game unfolds.
Third and short, and Hurts will throw. That's complete to his big tight end, Dallas Goedert. He's going to have the first down, so they convert.
Oh. Can you really not hear me? Hold on. It's low. Let's see. Can you hear me now? Am I good? We good? Hold on. What about now? Good. All right, man. Well, I just got me a dub right there. I was making sure I could hear real good. This is new mic check. What should we go with? Let's go with Pittsburgh. Can you still hear me? I want to make sure it's not talking to the talking through my controller.
On the city's North Shore, this is Acrisure Stadium in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Today, a good one in store here. It's the Washington Commanders and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Ball is teed up. Chris Boswell to do the honors. And we're off from Acrisure. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game.
Radio still out. Okay. Cool. I don't know if these fools are quitting or what.
Well, from a city that normally gets only about 20 inches of snow a year, they're getting a pretty good wallop right now as we're at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Coming up, we got a good matchup on tap here as it'll be the Houston Texans taking on the Baltimore Ravens. The snow continuing to pile up at game time. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
And they're on the 31-yard line.
Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive.
All right.
On the ground, this is Joe Mixon to about the 33-yard line.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
All right.
Back to Mixon on second down. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. Stroud. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A huge play there for Houston. 42 yards. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Stroud. And he finds his target. It's Schultz. And down inside the 15 he goes. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
Here we go.
Mixon will try the right side. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Second and 11 at the 13-yard line.
Stroud looking to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown.
Touchdown, Houston.
Tank Dell from 13 yards out. And the Texans are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
Well, he gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry all alone. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry, 60 yards. And the Ravens are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own.
Earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. Their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Intercepted.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
They come up with exactly 1 minute to go in this first quarter. After the interception, here's Jackson. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, 26 yards. And the Ravens have taken the lead.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
On his loop for the extra point. Well, these are not going to be easy on a cold, snowy night, but this one is up and through. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
First and 10. They're on the 31-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go, and it's going to bring up a third down.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
And Stroud now to throw. That's complete. It's Collins. And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that'll bring up fourth down. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Texans football to start quarter 2, as they've got it with a fourth down coming up. They're going for it. Here's Stroud. Short throw into the hands of Jordan. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
It's a gain of 10. And the Texans first down.
Mixon with a first down carry. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. Now 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5.
Stroud out of the gun here. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. A shotgun snap to Stroud. And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up fourth.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on third down. So far, only allowed one conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Facing a fourth down, they come away with 18 yards and the first down conversion. Now it's Mixon running right. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. From the 25, here's a 2nd down and 4. Now Stroud. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Work in the middle. And the ball is knocked out. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And hindsight 2020, I think they probably should have gone for the field goal, right?
The 3 points would look really good right now, but I think what we just saw there, analytics really starting to creep into the game because more and more teams are saying the more you go for it, the better your odds of getting it, the better your odds of scoring 6 points instead of 3. They took a chance there. It just didn't pay off.
Yeah, right here, the anti-analytics guys go thumbs up.
Baltimore Raven.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson on the move. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And Daniil Hunter, he's the one who gets in there and brings him down to the ground. Impressive individual effort there. No one was going to stop him around the edge.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's why if you play in a 4-3 base and you're a defensive end, that's why you get the big bucks. They count on you to do everything. Defend the run and, of course, get to the quarterback.
Here's Jackson. That's complete. It's Zay Flowers with it. They'll get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. Now Jackson. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Fourth down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Texans will take over. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And they need... Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
And the Ravens are going to have a first and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
That's good for a Baltimore first down.
Henry will get down close to the goal line, but not in, as he'll be marked down at the 1. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. They'll give Henry another shot. And this time he is in. Derrick Henry with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Ravens will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Luke now for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. The touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And just shutting him off there.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
And that is incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. And he's giving his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Steps away to his left. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
Now it's Jackson. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins in the final seconds of the first half. And the Ravens will extend their lead here just before halftime. On his loop for the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. Catch is made, it's Schultz on the out route. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Not too many breaks ahead according to the radar. More snow on the horizon as we are back underway in half number 2. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They'll start with a give to Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. He can't get him down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
From the gun, Jackson. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
A shotgun handoff to Henry. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down.
3rd and 8.
Here's Jackson to throw. Out to his left. 20! And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
That's good for another Baltimore Raven.
A handoff running left. Henry. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Here's a 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8. At the Texans'
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. They'll bring the tight end in motion right. From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. Touchdown! Lamar Jackson hooking up with Mark Andrews. And the Ravens take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
As that ball got away from him, and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Hey, Ozzie!
Now it's Jackson. Dancing to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
And here you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart, not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
You.
To throw is Jackson. They set up the screen for Henry. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
A loss of 1 brings up 3rd down and 11.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Jackson now. Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. Jalen Petrie picks it off. And the Texans are going to have it here at their own 15. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. Has a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other. And it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Trying to stretch the field with Schultz. And got his man complete. A huge play there for Houston. And even 40 yards.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
Here's Stroud. And his throw is incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Here we go. 18.
Here goes Stroud again. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Another incomplete pass there. We've seen a bevy of those. This secondary, they've been pretty good, haven't they?
They certainly have. They've allowed the one touchdown through the air, and they're going to be upset about that later when they watch the game tape. But other than that, they've been absolutely rock solid.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. That interception may be the exclamation mark on what really all around has been a good performance.
A fantastic performance. They will enjoy film session. Their grade should be very good on this one. I think the next time the offense gets the ball, I just think about running it and getting the clock done and getting the heck out of here.
And by the way, semantics here, but before the grammar police come after me, I think it's exclamation points, not mark, right?
You're asking me? Seriously?
Yeah, you're smarter than me. Everybody knows that.
Listen, I go with what you say, my man.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets them a 1st down.
And Brandon, this is the time of the game when Jackson could really take over. He's got the defense's legs a little bit tired. He's got them on the run.
Yeah, this defense looks gassed, and you're exactly right. Second half with the lead, this is when Lamar Jackson seems to thrive. Play action. It's Jackson. Crossing route, he finds Likely. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. And certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdowns.
Philadelphia is known for having some very vocal fans, and nearly 70,000 of them are letting their voices be heard already. Welcome inside Lincoln Financial Field. Today, we're ready for an entertaining battle. It's the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Philadelphia Eagles. For the opening kick. And away we go at the link. Chooses to bring this one out. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Play action, Hurts has it. Bails out of the pocket quick. They're taking a shot on this first play. They connect on the deep shot. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
You know what I like about that kick? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
They're on it with Saquon Barkley. Rob Flat, first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in the phone booth yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
I wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11.
Good. Set.
Hurts now from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
Hurts now on 4th. Headed out right. And all their pressure gets it done. That's a sack on 4th down as they force the turnover.
Coach's challenge is to get the defense off the field with a stop. Rose to the challenge and delivered on that one, really overwhelming the line of scrimmage.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down.
Gun.
Lawrence going to throw straight away here. And his first offering of the game winds up incomplete.
Timing is everything in life, and timing is everything defensively. That throw was just a little bit late and gave the defense time to close, deliver a pop, and knock that ball loose.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down.
23.
Out of the gun, Lawrence. Short pass brought in. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. They picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
3rd down, Lawrence to throw. That's caught for the first. And they get this down to the 28. It's a pickup of 11. And that's a Jaguar 1st down.
And the Jaguar 1st down.
Think right open. Hey, Rob.
Again, it's Lawrence to throw. Cut out left. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on a throw, that's a go-to route to target.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Going again, here's Lawrence. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right.
I can promise you that is a throw, and as a quarterback, when it leaves your hands, you do not want to flirt with as this game goes on. That is a prime one that DB can cut off or take the other way. That's
Cox, he's got Washington. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for first and goal.
Kid, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns, he puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
So that connection for first will bring us to the end of the first. Couple of zeros on the board right now. We'll return to the link right after this. We're back for the start of the second quarter. Jaguars have the ball and a chance at 6. First down from the red zone. Has it in close. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. Sticking in the air with Lawrence. That one's incomplete in the end zone.
The lack of points and the lack of yards have just gone hand in hand here in the first half, and they both really trace back to the same root cause, an inability to consistently find and exploit any opening in what's been a very sound defensive game plan.
Lawrence on 3rd and goal. Cut near the goal line. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars get the game's first points here in the second. You come in as a significant underdog, Brock, in somebody else's building. You know how essential it is to have a good start, and these guys did just that.
Yep, you're the weaker guy in the fight. You need to make your first shot count. Make them think about it. They've seized the momentum, really given themselves a fighting chance. Now they just got to do it consistently.
That one splits the uprights, and they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Here's Avery Williams on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. 1st and 10. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And it looks like they'll give him about 2 on the opening play of this drive.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. And there's a man there, it's intercepted! Darnell Savage with the pick. So we'll take over deep in enemy territory. He's out inside the 30 on the INT. Well, I know I don't need to tell you, partner, but if you're going to try to get aggressive, really push a throw downfield like that, you have to be smart about how you do it.
Yeah, that is spot on, Kate. If you've got to find that spot when you know the coverage won't be able to hold up, especially as you go 20, 30, 40 yards down the field. Hey, listen, these defenders in the league today, you throw a ball deep down the field like that, it turns into a 50-50 ball. More times than not, they can make a play and take it away, just as they did.
12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
Some of these quarterbacks, Kate, I swear, it's just instinctive. Like a great running back, they just know how to buy a little bit more time and to create space to find those completions outside the pocket.
Almost a completion of the wrong team there. So it's 2nd down coming up.
That was it. That was their chance to escape this series. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points, and that was their ticket off the field. Unfortunately, they just couldn't quite hang on.
Had the chance to escape with a pick. Defense got to buckle down now as they line up for 2nd down.
Hey, Lion! Hey, I'm going. Hey, Zinter.
Lawrence throwing here. This one's caught. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
We give a lot of credit to receivers, and rightfully so, Kate, for them going into coverage and making a catch. I don't think we give enough credit to tight ends. I know they're big, I know they're physical, but to go into double coverage, take that contact, and come away with the catch, that's a big-time effort.
It's the 2-minute warning now from the link. The Jaguars pushing for a bigger lead before halftime. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3.
Thanks for 24.
Back to the air, Lawrence. Complete beyond the marker. And it'll be first and goal. Stop is made at the 5-yard line.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
They'll run, Etienne. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on second and goal.
Pretty easy for me to play armchair quarterback up here and say I just don't like that call on 1st and 5, especially when you get nothing from it. Man, that one stinks.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. And this is caught. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars grow their lead just before halftime. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw plays and have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned. That's 6 in the end.
All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Here comes Williams on the return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10.
Great, set.
Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And the Jaguars are there. He's hauled down. Eagles hustling everyone back to the line.
It's now 2nd down at the 10-yard line.
After the sack, another pass on 2nd down. That's caught. It's Saquon Barkley. And it's a nice game, but still not enough for the first.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains. I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out, and this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here.
Great, set. 180.
Shotgun snap for Hurts. Incomplete pass, and we're down to 12 seconds remaining. Devontae Smith, the intended target. And that brings up 4th and long.
In real estate, Kate, it's location, location, location. In football, it's rhythm, rhythm, rhythm. And you don't get 3rd down conversions, you get no rhythm.
Now on 4th down, on comes Braden Mann to boot this away for the Birds. All right, so they're only going to have enough time for one more snap here before we reach halftime.
25-yard line.
One last play before the break.
11, again. Hey, Soko.
He's back to throw. Trying for the deep ball. It's complete. Oh, my. They left him wide open downfield. And somehow they've reached the end zone with no time remaining in the half.
That's some good old-fashioned playground football. Even at the elementary school, find the fastest kid and let him run.
On is Little for the extra point. And the kick is good, so they add 7 to their lead on the final play of our first half. So we're through 2 quarters now, still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Return coming from the 6. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. Jacksonville offense ready to get going. Here's 1st and 10. Here's ETN to begin the drive. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10.
Rip, 23.
Here's Lawrence to throw. Complete out to the right. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville 1st down.
Hey, darn, they said hot.
Now Lawrence. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrives at the exact same time there. So 2nd down coming up.
Hey, lie.
Motioning Washington right.
Here we go.
Once again here, 2nd and 10. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. That sure altered the throw.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down.
All right, let's go. Hey, tomato.
Now it's Lawrence. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Kate, as a quarterback, that is so rough. Incomplete. You're going to go to the sidelines, you're going to look at that tablet, and you're going to try to figure out how in the heck do we turn this around?
Trying to locate it. Oh, no, he lost it.
You know, I'm sure Coach would prefer he not flirt with disaster on the return. No additional damage is done, however. They're fortunate to get the ball back, and everyone can breathe a little sigh of relief.
1st down, run with Barkley. Went in there full steam ahead, but he ran out of steam pretty quickly. No gain on that one.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
Hurts now from the gun. Throwing into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And the Jaguars will set up shop and go to go. They're inside the 10. Now in that spot, Brock, I think his first priority is just getting the throw some kind of way and avoiding the safety, right?
Yeah, no question about it, Kate. And I know it's so easy for us up here in this comfy booth, armchair quarterback, but you can't ever relax when you're reading the coverage just because you're worried about taking the safety. You still got to stand, you got to deliver, and you got to take care of the football. Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason this is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Back to throw. Here's Lawrence. Intercepted in the end zone. Picked off Ray Blankenship.
Lawrence's pass intercepted. The Eagles take over 1st and 10.
Philadelphia settled and ready. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, 73.
Ready to start this one out with Barkley. And he stopped quickly here. 2 yards on the play. We've got 2nd and 8.
Gained a little bit there. Kind of feels like a gain of nothing. You know why? Because you're still playing with your backs against the end zone. No real breathing room. No margin for error.
Has him on the quick hitter. And they'll take him down here right at the 8-yard line.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
Looking at a tough spot to punt it away if this third down is unsuccessful. Hurts to throw. Short pass brought in. And they bring him down here at about the 13-yard line. It's a gain of 4. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Hauled in by Goddard, left side. Takes out a run stop. And some excellent work on this play. It takes him a while to get to him downfield. Three-quarters in the books from this one. It's Eagles football, and they're going to look for points here, but it might be a little too late for them in this lopsided game. Markers reset, ball at the 37.
Don't touch that. Trimmer.
First down throwing for Hurts. That pass complete to Goddard. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. Offense in the hurry up here.
It's on the play. That's good for another Eagles.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Oh no, they get him yet again. Chad Moma's got it. And the Jaguars are going to take over after the return is stopped at the 45.
I'll hear a lot of defensive coordinators say you've got to earn the right to rush the passer by doing work on the early downs. You know what this is, Kate? They've earned the right to be aggressive defensively with the work they did through 3 quarters, and this defense is cutting it loose.
Here's ETN on 1st down. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, it came at the perfect time.
All right, here we go, 2nd down.
Hey, easy, route.
On play action now, Lawrence. Looking right, and he finds it. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's a Jaguar first down.
Hey, Dinter. Done.
Give this up the middle to ETN. And 2nd down is going to be a good bit tougher. He can't even get back to the line. This play loses yards. So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in Philly. Jaguars, well, they can probably just run away and hide. Offense to the line for 2nd down. Lawrence now off the play action. Able to find Strange here. And they're going to touch him down after a short pickup.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. They go play action. Lawrence. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete. Couldn't make that connection. And now they're staring at 4th and long.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or 2, and 3rd downs critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
The lead looks safe, but the pedal's staying down. They're going for this. Slot man motioned over. Going on 4th, here's Lawrence. Hits him downfield. This is Thomas. And they get this down to the 28. They hit for 16 yards on 4th down, and a drive we all thought had stalled out is going to carry on. Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10. They're going to pass it here. Oh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
Kid, I'm just kind of laughing because I could feel the armchair quarterbacks going, I can make that throw. And anybody who's actually made those throws says you have no idea what it feels like with everybody breathing down your neck. That play's got to be right, timed up right, and it certainly wasn't. You know, kid, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush your passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Finds him over the middle. They got the football, Brock, but not the first. That stopped just shy of the marker. Fourth down.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL, everybody on the field's thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that third down?
Back to the air, Lawrence. Got his man, Thomas has it. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. The timeout's taken now as we have one, possibly two snaps remaining in this ball game. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. And that's incomplete, and it also stops the clock with just 5 seconds left. Well, even with the pick on that last drive, partner, he is showing no hesitation whatsoever.
Well, in order to play this game, Kate, at this level, you've got to be aggressive. You can't let a previous mistake really affect your next decision. I'll say this as well. In the NFL, you throw into coverage too many times.
Oh, they got it. Intercepted along the goal line. Picked off by Quinion Mitchell. Has room down the left sideline at the 20. And he takes it in for the touchdown. Great defensive effort late, even if this one's decided. I don't know about you, Brock, but I can almost feel them going through the 5 stages of grief over on that sideline, watching their would-be touchdown pass in 6 points return the entire way to the opposite end zone for 6 on the other side of the board.
You just don't really believe it's happening until he's 30, 40 yards into his return, then you're just powerless. Kate, just over 40 times in the history of the NFL this has happened.
Wow.
What a return to add to that list.
So the Jaguars, the